Are you extremely active, somebody with insane genetics on metabolism that just has a very hard time gaining weight? Well, let me tell you, you came to the right place, alright? You came to the right place. You see this? Yeah, I had to build that over time because I, just like you, had a hard time gaining weight. And because of that, I had to come up with meal plans, ideas, and ways to gain stupid amounts of weight. Now, what I'm gonna show you today, a 3,500 calorie meal plan that's designed to finally put some of that weight on. Let's go. Alright, what's going on everyone? It's your boy John Mango. I'm here representing Beyond the Iron, where we're looking to take your fitness, your nutrition further so you may change your life forever. Now on this channel, just in case you're new, you just stopped by for the first time, I like to do a lot of workout tips, tricks, strategies, and also meal plan and meal prep videos just like this one. So if that interests you and you're looking to make some good, then consider subscribing below. That being said, I'm gonna go ahead and dive into this video, okay? So as you can maybe see a little bit, I have a lot of my foods prepped here. Actually, these foods were prepped yesterday by my parents. They really picked up the kids' slack, and obviously I really appreciate that. Thanks, Mom and Dad. If you have your parents around helping you out still, then hey, be appreciative of that, all right? So that is what's going on. It's all prepped. I've got chicken, turkey, beef, all this stuff that I have for my current meal plan that I follow and my current macros and all of that. But I figured this would be a great opportunity to show you guys out there a 3,500 calorie meal plan that I created myself, that I used myself in the past to build some solid quality muscle over time, all right? Now the way that the macros are designed, the foods we're eating, and obviously putting you in a caloric surplus, as well as some other tips and strategies I'll tell you about this meal plan, are designed specifically for putting on quality size, especially for anybody who's a hard gainer, has a hard time gaining pounds, gaining muscle, gaining weight. Just follow the meal plan and you should be good to go. With a few disclaimers in there that we're gonna get into next. So before we jump into and I explain the meal plan to you, I just want to cover something real quick. Obviously, this meal plan is gonna work for those who are going to be in a caloric surplus with 3,500 calories. Now, if you're not too sure if that's you, then I have a couple videos that you can check out in the cards up here and the links below in the description, that are 2 videos that are gonna help you determine your very specific caloric intake for your body, okay? Specifically, my last video on this is gonna help you determine whether or not 3,500 calories is gonna put you in a surplus. There are some freaks out there, I am definitely included in this, that 3,500 calories at one point will not be enough calories for you to gain weight. So keep that in mind. This may actually constitute as a cutting diet for some. This is for those that would be in a caloric surplus. Well, you know, at the same time, I guess it could be a cutting diet for those that cut on 3,500 calories. But the point here is the majority of people on this planet will gain off a 3,500 calorie meal plan, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. All right, now something else to keep in mind is that you don't want this to put you in too much of a caloric surplus either, all right? So you want to make sure that it's somewhere around a 200 to 500 calorie surplus. If it's any more than that, then you may risk putting on a little bit too much fat, gaining weight a little bit too quick. Something else to keep in mind. And that's pretty much it. Unless you're okay with the dirty bulk and this sets you up over 500 calories, then hey, let's get started then. Let's get dirty. All right, so here we go. The first thing is the calories and macros setup for the meal plan. Now I'm gonna be, like I said, putting some B-roll over top, showing you how I'm measuring and all that kind of stuff. But here we go. I'm just gonna give you a rundown of everything right now. So first and foremost, of course, 3,551 calories. That's the actual calorie percentage. Now, if you're kind of pissed off, like, oh, I thought it was 3,500. Now that extra 50 calories is gonna mess me up. It's gonna put me over too much. Well, too bad. 3,500, it's a gaining plan. It's better that you overshoot than undershoot, right? Yes, I'm right. All right, so for the macros, what you're gonna have is 252 grams of protein, 453 grams of carbs, and 80 grams of fat, okay? Again, this is gonna be higher carbs, moderate to low fats, protein should be around just over a gram per pound. It's a little bit extra, but that's okay. We don't want to overshoot the carbs too much. And I actually cut the protein down from where it was when I was eating it. I was eating a little bit too much protein. This protein level is good. For most people, it should cover the 1 gram per pound, maybe slightly over. Not a big deal. And again, I'm gonna teach you and tell you how you can tweak this stuff to make it fit your specific schedule, lifestyle, all that stuff after, okay? But first, let's go into meal number 1. Meal number 1, in other words, breakfast. You're gonna start off with a cup of steel cut oats. Doesn't need to be steel cut, no, but steel cut is just the one I prefer, so steel cut oats, 1 cup. Also, you're gonna be having 1 scoop of whey protein. This is the protein I have. Generally, every whey protein has roughly the same calories. You're looking at somewhere between 110 to 150 calories. Okay, you're also gonna have 2 large eggs, and you're gonna have 1 medium-sized apple. Moving on to meal number 2, okay? Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes, literally. Again, I said in my last video, I hate that, but anyways, meat and potatoes, we're looking at 300 grams of Japanese sweet potato. Doesn't have to be Japanese sweet potato. That's just the one I'm suggesting in this case. That's the one that I like. Regular sweet potato is great too. I love it too. 300 grams is what you're going for. Then you're gonna have 225 grams of tilapia. You could swap that for turkey as well. I've recently been going more with lean ground turkey. Regardless, 220 grams, 225 grams, my mistake, for either or, okay? Tilapia or lean ground turkey. The tilapia is gonna be slightly leaner though. And we're gonna cap that off with 1 cup of veggies. Again, I'm gonna put the macros, calories on the screen for meal number 2. Now, moving on to meal number 3, we're gonna be doing something similar to the last meal. This time, we're gonna be a little bit more carb heavy. We're gonna go with 2 cups of parboiled rice, or the rice of your choosing. Then we're going with 8 ounces of lean ground beef. Again, swap for whatever you wanna swap with. The lean ground beef is gonna have a decent amount of fat, which is where we're gonna be getting a lot of the fat from. And again, we're gonna top this one off with 1 cup of mixed vegetables. You can make it just strictly broccoli, any type of veggie that you enjoy. I prefer mixed just to get a bit of a combination of all of them. And then we've got meal number 4. Meal number 4 is similar to the previous one. 2 more cups of parboiled rice, or the rice you enjoy. And it's gonna be 8 ounces of chicken breast. Obviously a very lean source of protein, the classic, the bodybuilder, oh, my favorite, chicken breast again. And then we're gonna top it off again with another cup of veggies. Okay, the veggies is very important. People want to gain, they wanna, bulk up, they wanna do it this way, that way, but veggies are very important. You want the micronutrients, you want to fill yourself up so you don't overshoot calories, and it's just better for your overall body composition in general, your overall well-being. The healthier you are on the inside, the easier it's gonna be to produce a healthier looking result on the outside. So, that being said, meal number 5, and again, the order of these doesn't necessarily matter as long as you're getting the total amount of food in by the end of the day. Meal number 5 will be a power shake, just a shake basically. I'm huge on shakes. For this shake, you're gonna start off with 2% milk, and you're gonna do 1.5 cups of the 2% milk. Then you're also gonna get 1 cup of strawberries, just a tip, frozen strawberries, money. You're also gonna go with 1 banana, and you're gonna go with 2 tablespoons of preferably natural peanut butter. Again, not necessary, but preferred in my opinion. And then you're gonna go with 2 tablespoons of raw honey. Okay, so calories, macros right there. Shakes, I love them. I've got some videos on shakes if you wanna check those out. I'll link them up there down below. Moving on to the snack. The snack is real simple. This could also be considered meal number 6. And that is simply gonna be some 0% fat Greek yogurt, and obviously extremely high in protein and carbs, 0 fats. So macros on the screen, you're going for 250 grams of this, 250 grams. That's it. Now you'll notice probably a trend that I eat typically the same foods and have been for the last few years. And there's a good reason for that, because they all work for myself. You want to find the foods that you prefer, the ones that you enjoy, and the ones that work best with your body, and then obviously you're probably gonna stick to those for a very long time. So if you notice that trend throughout all my meal preps, meal plans, and all that nutrition stuff, shakes and all that, it's because, hey, that's what works best for me, and I've also found that it works best for most other people. So these foods are staples. It's that simple. All right, so that is it for the meal plan. And obviously that's one day. You can alter it around. You can swap foods around. That's what I'm gonna go into right now real quick, just so it's a little bit more customizable. Obviously, this is the approach I use, and I'm okay with eating the same things every day, as I'm sure a lot of you out there are as well, as long as it means leading to the results you want. But here's the deal. Obviously, over time, it might get boring. Now, to prevent that, and also to kind of make this malleable to your own schedule, food preferences, and all that. Now, food preferences should be an easy one. Swap out whatever foods you prefer for the ones shown here. So, for example, for a lean protein, if you don't enjoy chicken breast, go with the turkey, go with the salmon, go with tilapia, go with trout, go with any other fish that you enjoy. You can go with more lean beef, although the beef is gonna be fattier. But again, it's what you prefer. Maybe pork, maybe, maybe ribs or whatever the case is. Obviously those are fattier things, but keep that in mind. And just for the carb sources, same thing. So as you see for my prep today, I used regular sweet potatoes. You can use regular potatoes. You can do whatever type of rice you like. You can do quinoa instead. You can do beans. Any sort of good carb source works as well. Again, these are basic ones. And this is what I found worked for me, and it will work for you as well, but we just want to make sure that you adhere to the program, adhere to the meal plan for as long as possible to see as many results as possible, okay? Now, when it comes to scheduling, obviously I laid out 5 to 6 meals for you here. If you find that your schedule doesn't allow for so many meals, then obviously you can just group them together, have the shake and one of the meals in the morning. You can have your shake with your breakfast in the morning. You can group 2 of these meals together into one giant meal, although that's gonna be a pretty damn big meal. Regardless, whether you turn it into one massive meal, 3 big meals, 5 to 6 like I have here, or even smaller portions more frequently throughout the day, whatever works best for your schedule, for your timing, for your preference and your body. As long as you're getting the calories in by the end of the day, you'll be good to go. Now, moving forward, if you happen to come to a plateau, let's say this gets you gaining for a bit, but then you come to the plateau down the line, which is inevitable, of course, as you continue gaining. You gain more weight, you gain more muscle, your metabolism is gonna continue going up as well. So what you wanna do there, what I would recommend is mostly just manipulating the carbs, meaning increasing carbs. So you've got 200 grams of sweet potato or 300 grams of Japanese sweet potato, increase it to 350 grams. You got 2 cups of rice, make it 2.5 cups. Sacrifice, switch out some proteins for a little bit more carbs, that kind of stuff. 2 cups of, the steel cut oats instead of 1 cup. This kind of stuff is very straightforward. And I know it sounds like a ridiculous amount, but in reality, it is a ridiculous amount. That's the point, but you gotta do what you gotta do if you want and you're serious about gaining mass, okay? So, and also being able to eat these same foods every single day allows for easier portion control, meaning you can be more lenient and still keep gaining. It depends on how technical you wanna get with it, but basically, if you wanna get a little bit more lenient, once you're used to the same portions, you'll be able to eyeball fairly accurately going forward. And again, if you want to cut down a little bit and you want to do it the lenient way, portion controlling, then again, manipulate the carbs instead of 1.5 cups, 2 cups. Sorry, instead of 2 cups, put 1.5 cups or 1 cup, and so on. Half the sweet potatoes instead of the whole 300 grams. Even just slightly less on the protein, if that again is better for your adherence. Although I don't recommend cutting the protein, especially if you decide to cut. So something to keep in mind there. Another thing, for example, the 2% milk, cut it down to 0% skim milk or almond milk, or whatever the case is. Lower calorie options, portion controlling, all that kind of stuff is a huge benefit you'll get from following this meal plan consistently. You'll find that it will be very easy to begin gaining and continue gaining down the line, so long as you increase and adjust accordingly. All right, everyone, that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you got something from it. If you learned something and you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up down below. If you hated it, go ahead and leave a thumbs down, because I'm still winning from that. I still get engagement from it, so I don't care. But no, honestly, you leave a thumbs down, no problem. But give me some constructive criticism. Let me know what I can change, what I can improve, anything else you'd like to see on the channel, and I'll be sure to bring that to you as quickly as I can. Go ahead and comment if you have any other comments, concerns about this, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Also, be sure to share it with your skinny kid friends. I don't know if I'm gonna count this as a Skinny Boy Solutions. I think I'm gonna posted up in my meal prep and meal recipes playlist, so you'll find it there, along with my other meal prep, the one where I basically broke down 3,000 calories a day for just over $15 Canadian a day. So if you want to check that out, link up in the cards down in the section below. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, health, fitness stuff coming every single week, 2 to 3 times a week. So again, thanks. Let's join the BTI squad, and I'll see you in that next video. I'm out.